Hello, good evening, students. Myself, Ankon Vishwas, and I am a Revit MEP Professional Certified Instructor. So today I'm going to talk about Revit MEP software and what are the other benefits we are getting via learning the Revit MEP software in this particular webinar. And before we start it, let's set up some ground rules that during this webinar, I am not taking any kind of questions. Okay, but after the completing the webinar, I will take all of your questions, whatever questions you have on your mind, I will take and answer accordingly. And after the webinar is completed, I will allow your all the microphones, so you can feel free to use your microphone and talk to me directly via that. And whatever question you have on your mind, you can tell me. And which student also completed this webinar till the end, they are going to get the Autodesk certificate in this particular webinar. But there is one thing that you must have to stick to the webinar till the end. Otherwise, the certificate is not issued. Okay, because the whole system is totally monitoring. Okay, so let's get started. So in this webinar, we are actually going to discuss about the Revit MEP software and what are the other benefits. And I also start the Revit MEP application and show you how you can use some basic drawing or apply some basic features in the Revit MEP software. But before we going to start this Revit MEP session, let me discuss about our company in a little bit. That is basically our company name is Wayflex Consultancy Services Private Limited, and our company has Autodesk Authorized Training Center certification. You can see in this particular slides, we have the authorization directly from the Autodesk, and we have the authorization for the taking all these kind of webinars and Autodesk software related courses and other things. And we have also other certification like the Certiport certification we also have. So that means all the exams we are taking, it's also authorized, and this is directly related to the AutoCAD, Autodesk. Okay. And we have also central government authorization. It's a MSME project. We have a registration. It's a E-class. So that's it. And our centers are located in various places like Jalpaiguri, Krishnanagar, Durgapur, as well as Asansol. We have centers and multiple other branches like in Bolpur, Bankura, Malda, as well as Purulia. Okay, so those are our branches, and in our basic our details, what we do and where we are from. Okay, I hope you all get all the details. Okay, in the later part. Okay, so let's before we going to discuss about the Revit MEP software or the Revit software, so let's jump into the main company who is actually making this software. It's actually called the Autodesk. Okay, so in this slide, you can see that the main software is actually manufactured. The main company is actually the Autodesk, and this company is actually founded in the 1982. It's a American multinational company, and the founder is actually Mr. John Walker, who founded this company, the Autodesk company. And after that, in year 1996, the company Autodesk is actually acquired the Revit software, and till then, there now the Revit software is published as a Autodesk Revit software. So, what is actually Revit software? So basically, who has no idea what is actually Revit software? I guess some of you students have the basic idea that they know the AutoCAD software or the other drafting software, but who did not know what is the Revit software? So basically, Revit is a building information modeling software, or short form is a BIM software. Revit is one and only software that is actually combined all the other department in a single software. Like in this particular Revit software, you can draw the Revit architecture model, Revit structural model, as well as the Revit MEP model. So this software is totally based on its main concept. It's called the BIM model, or say the building information model. Okay, so this is actually the main backbone of this software, the BIM concept. Okay, and there is difference between the Revit software as well as the AutoCAD software. I assume that most of you guys know the AutoCAD software, but did not know what is the Revit, but they know the AutoCAD. So I added this slide for your better understanding. What is the main difference between the AutoCAD and Revit? Because some of you have some questions on your mind that why we need to learn the Revit software. AutoCAD is completely fine. We can draw anything in this particular AutoCAD software. But no, it's not right. Because the main difference is AutoCAD and Revit software is the AutoCAD is actually a drafting software. Okay, but Revit is not a drafting software. Revit is completely a BIM software. It's called the building information modeling. So in AutoCAD, you can simply design any 2D model and you can properly draft it. Okay, simply draft it. And if you want to show the elevation of the 3D view in AutoCAD, you have to do the work differently. But in Revit, there is no need to done that. In Revit, it is actually quite simple as that because if Revit, you are actually drawing your model in a 3D way. And when the 3D model is actually ready, you can easily extract all the other information like the 2D plan, the section view, the elevation view, etc. So that makes the main difference between the Revit and the AutoCAD software. Okay. So let me show you the user interface at Revit. I take a snapshot of this Revit 2022 layout, and this is actually the current latest version is actually running on this Revit software. And in this webinar later part, I actually open the software and show you how we are using this particular Revit software and doing some basic design stuff. So you will get the better understanding that how the MEP portion is actually work and how to collaborate with the architects for doing our projects. Okay, so that's the layout actually. It's a 2022 layout, and this is actually the latest version we are having. Okay, so what is Revit MEP? That's the basic question. Okay, so basically, the Revit MEP is a product of the Autodesk software, and I already told you that the Revit software is a BIM software, and the MEP is actually acronym names of mechanical, electrical, plumbing. So basically, in this particular MEP portion, where actually combined all the three other departments like the electrical department, mechanical department, as well as the plumbing department. And in a building, those three departments are actually doing their major role. Like in mechanical department, there is a major portion. It's called the HVAC portion, or say the heating, ventilation, air conditioning portion. As well as the electrical, there is a lighting scheme, or say the electrical and the wiring scheme are there. As well as in the plumbing section, there is sanitization line also done. Okay, so those three things are actually main portion after a building is constructed. Okay, so that's why the Revit MEP is mostly needed, and this software is actually quite famous in the commercial level of work. Like if you are visiting any shopping mall or say the commercial office building, you can see that all the works are actually done in the Revit MEP, because the architect has done their work by simply in architectural template, but the MEP engineers are doing after all the ducting details of the electrical lighting scheme and etc. So there is some common tools actually in Revit MEP we are basically used. The Revit software is totally a huge portion of software, but in MEP we don't need the total entire software. We need a portion of the software, or say the particular tools of particular sets of the tools we needed for our modeling. So let's show you what are those tools. I have the snapshots. So these tools is particularly used for the mechanical tools. Okay, you can see all the here all the ducts, the air terminal, the mechanical equipment. So by simply clicking on that, you will get the required desired tools from the Revit software. As well as for electrical, you need the basic wire tools, the cable, the ducting, the lighting fixture, as well as the electrical equipment. As well as for the plumbing, we have the piping system, the plumbing fixture, the sprinkler for your fire fighting designing system. So those are the tools actually used by the Revit software and doing our MEP work. So let me show you some sample drawings, and after that we move on to the software, and let me give you a brief presentation. brief explanation that how the software is works and how to start a project and doing some HVAC design. Okay. So just before we do that, just give me an overview. Just like you can see this particular image. So this is actually the HVAC design. So you can see that this is actually the chiller unit. This is actually the AHU unit. This is actually the VAV unit, and from that, this is actually the duct work is actually designed, and each color has some color combination. Like the blue is actually the chilling, or say the cold air, and the purple is actually the heat air. Okay, so that's how the entire modeling is done. Okay, it's actually the after work project is actually looks like this way. And for electrical, you can see how the lighting fixture or the conduits are actually attached in this particular manner, and you have to design this particular section in this Revit software. Okay, and for plumbing, we can see how the sanitization line is actually properly designed, like this urinal or the wash basin is actually designed, and how the piping work is done here. So all these types of work is easily done in the Revit software. And this is actually the rendered image. It's actually the HU unit, air handling unit. So you can see that the ER is actually here and supplied to the entire building. So these types of model is actually basically done in the Revit software. Okay, so let's open the Revit software. Okay, just let me switch my screen to the Revit software and give you the idea that how the Revit software started and how you can simply start a project and doing our work. So just take a couple of minutes and I will start the Revit software. So I hope you watch this particular window, and this is actually the starting window of the Revit software. So you can see this is actually the home window in Revit software, and let me walk through to you. Okay, so whenever you first open the Revit software, you will get these types of window, and this is actually our home window. Okay, and before for starting our project, we must click on the new here. Okay, so by clicking simply new, there is actually a requirement. It's called the construction template. So whenever we start our MEP project, we must require some template file, because this template file is because necessary, uh, because this template file contains some settings. That's why we needed the template file. So for our MEP project, we go through the template, but here is some template. So I use the system template because I choose this particular template. In this particular template, we have the all the total system, like the HVAC, the electrical section, as well as our plumbing portion. Okay, so that's why we choose this particular template. Okay, so whenever you choose your template by clicking OK, and it will automatically start your drawing. Okay, so one thing, Revit is actually a huge software, so it may take time. It may take some time. So opening. Okay, so there is not to worry about that. Okay, so I start my first project here, and here you can see in my project browser discipline, I have various of other discipline. Like in the top, I have the electrical discipline, the mechanical discipline, as well as my plumbing discipline here. Okay, so I have the electrical discipline, mechanical discipline, and my plumbing discipline. So each discipline required each sets of work. Like whenever I working on the mechanical design, I simply go in the mechanical browser and I done my work. If I want to create my electrical design, I just go to the electrical browser and want my work. Okay. So how we can start our first one? So in MEP, the main tab we are required, it's actually the system tab. Okay. In this particular system tab, we have all the tools we needed. Okay. For our designing purposes. Like here, the mechanical tools, the plumbing tools, as well as the electrical tools here. Okay, so before we started, we need some architectural file to link this particular project. Why we need the architectural file? Because it is not our job to design the architect model. The architect building, or say the architect model is actually designed by the architecture. Okay, so whenever they complete their model, they send the file to us, and with the file we are developing our MEP projects in here. So how we can start it? So for starters, we need to link this particular architectural file. So click here on the insert tab, and here is the option, the linked Revit file. So click here on the linked Revit, and now I have to select my architectural file. So here is my actually the architectural file I saved in on my desktop. Okay, so just open it, and it will take some time before it's opening. Yeah, so you see that my architectural file is actually opened now. Okay, and this particular plan is actually designed by the architect. Okay, so you can see the architect is actually designed this section. Okay, so let me start our mechanical project. But before we starting our mechanical project, we need some architectural information, like we have to go to the elevations, like in the south elevations. Okay, and you can see that in particular software, in one tab we just simply saw the floor view, and in other tab we can simply saw the elevation view. So there is no need to draw the views separately. Okay, if you click the 3D button, and you can also see the 3D model of this particular software. So that's why I told you earlier that in Revit it's what is very done easily, because in a particular model you can see the various different sites. So that's why there is a lots of work is actually less. So before we do that, we must done something. So what is it? So we must link this. Actually, I link this file to my MEP software, but no, it's not done yet. We have to monitor this particular file. Monitor, that means we have to monitor each and every level to our actual MEP projects. It is necessary because whenever we are working, or say whenever we are drawing something, if architect is change some various parameters, so if we are not doing the monitoring, we are not able to find out what parameters the architect is changed, because this file is actually the link file. I am actually not completely open the file, actually link the file to my model. There is a difference between open and linking, but I am here to link those files. Okay, so for starters I need to monitor those things, because this level 0 and level 1 is for my mechanical level 0 and level 1, but the level 1 and level 2 is for my architectural level 1 and level 2. So I have to synchronize both. So how we can do that? So level 0 is synchronized with level 1, that's fine for me. Okay, and I need to synchronize level 1 with level 2. So I use a command, it's called the align command. By clicking here and here, I already set up the level according to the architect plan. Okay, so my level is now actually fixed, but there is a lots of work I have to do, like I have to monitor those things. So how can I monitor? Simply go to the collaborate tab, click here, use the link and select the link. And you can simply click on the monitor, click one and click one. You can see the simply as a heartbeat sign. That means your link is now monitored. So again, yeah, it's actually monitored. Okay. So when you're done, click on the finish. Yeah. Now I can simply do a project. Okay. So when I done my monitoring, I go to the simply the ceiling plan. I need the ceiling plan because I am now in the mechanical division. Okay, the mechanical discipline. And let's say I just want to design some duct work, or say the HVAC design work. Okay. So for that, I need the ceiling plan, because that all my ducts are actually placed on this particular ceiling. That's why I need the ceiling plan, not the floor plan. It's actually required which plan you are needed and where you want to place the components. So in ceiling, that's why I need the ceiling plan. So how can I place the system? So just click on the air terminal here. I need some air terminal. Let's say this is a particular room. Okay, in this particular room. So how can I do that? Simply click on the air terminal, and here you can see the properties of this particular air terminal. It's called the supply diffuser. If you need different type of air terminal, like the return diffuser or say exhaust grill, you can simply select here. Or there is various types of supply grill or rectangular neck grill are there. So whatever your requirement, you can simply select that. So I simply select the supply diffuser, click OK, and I need to set the elevation. That means what is the height of that particular elevation. So I set the elevation to 666 because it's actually standard for this particular building. And I hope you see my air terminal right now. Okay, so let me place this air terminal here. Okay, by clicking here. Okay, and you see that that's the air terminal. Actually, now I just want to do one thing, that arrowheads actually it's fine if you just simply use the arrowhead, but I don't actually like that arrowhead. So I simply uncheck the arrowhead because I actually don't need it and click apply. Okay, so yeah, that's fine for me. Okay, so if you needed multiple ducts in this particular room, so by simply click here, right click. Okay, and here is an option, it's called the create similar. So simply click on the create similar, and yes, I can simply add my ducts here. Okay. Okay, so this particular duct is actually the supply diffuser duct. Okay, but in particular a building, we do not need only the supply diffuser. We also need the return, because one way is air in and one way is air out. That's what we require. Okay, so let me put this supply diffuser on the side room here also. Yeah, those supply diffuser are actually placed right there. Okay, fine. Okay, so now I want to use the return. So just click your terminal again and click here, and you see there is the return diffuser. So I click here. Okay, again I use my elevation to 666. Enter. Now you can see the symbol is actually quite different from the previous. Okay, so I just place one here and place one here. Okay, I also forget to uncheck the arrowheads because it actually take the some spaces. That's why it actually takes spaces on the drawing, not in the real world. Okay, so I actually avoid those things. Okay, and I need another exhaust in this particular room, so I just click here and create similar. Okay, all my air terminals are actually placed right now. So how you can simply, so all my air terminals are placed right now. Okay, and let me show you how you can simply attach those air terminal to a particular mechanical equipment. Okay, so for that I need a mechanical equipment. It's called the VAV equipment. Okay, so VAV is actually variable air volume. Okay, so you can actually with this equipment you actually control your air flow and the air volume, etc. Also separate the airs like the hot air and the cool air. So that's so just simply select anyone. Okay, and I have also placing this VAV unit on my ceiling. Okay, by hanging there. So I just need to use some extra elevation. It's 2800. It's required. So here I can place my VAV unit. So let's say it did that particular room. I actually use this particular room for my mechanical room. Okay, and here I just place this particular. Okay, so now it's my time to create the work. Okay, so at first click here, and let's say you want to connect this particular ducts here. So by simply clicking here, there is the option, it's create duct. Okay, so you can see my duct is automatically drawn. Okay, and now just simply click here, or let's say I click there. Okay, and it is actually automatically bent. So click here, and okay, so let me decrease the size, because so if you just again to draw this work, simply click here, right click, and create similar option. You can also automatically draw this other duct. Okay, so I just, okay, my duct work is here and there. Okay, blue line is actually for my cold air. Okay, or such chilled air. So I need a extension line from there. So I just click here and go there. Okay, so you can see the fittings is actually placed automatically. Okay, I can also show you the 3D view of this particular ductwork. Okay, just have to place those accessories at first, then I will show you. Okay. See, there is various fittings are actually placing there, and if I want to change these fittings, simply click here, and there is another fitting is already added. So simply click here, create similar. Sorry, click here and draw the duct. Okay, and I can draw the duct from here to there. Okay, actually not connected this duct with this my normal duct. Actually, connecting for the duct, we actually use the flex duct. Okay, it is actually required. Okay, because there is some bending needed, so that's why we needed the flex duct for our connection purposes. Okay. So now all my extra branches are ready and I have to connect it. So by connecting the flex duct, simply click on the air terminal, right click, and there is an option. It's called the draw flex duct. Simply click here, and your flex duct is there. But simply click here, yes. And when you see that duct is also, or the air terminal is turned also the blue, that means you have perfectly connect these things to your air terminal. So repeated this process again. And here we go. Our entered diffuser line is completely done. Okay. Now I need to use my return line. Okay. So for that, simply click on the VAV unit, and here you can see the create duct, and also you can saw the symbol. Okay. Here also you see the symbol, and here you also see the symbol. So that's how you know that which symbol is means what. Okay. So you have to memorize the symbols. Okay. So just click here, and your return duct is also drawn from there. Okay. So for that, I need a return duct. Okay. So I need some branches here. Like I just created a duct here. Okay. And also from here to there. But there is a difficulty that my cold air duct is here. So I need to higher these things little bit up. So I have to change my middle elevation to, let's say my middle elevation is actually now 1400. So that means it will up. Okay, you can see that means it will actually automatically up. And I can now go to my return elevation 2800, I guess. And click here. You see, there is some bending here. Okay, and let's draw from here to here. Okay, also from here to there. And again, I have to need to connect those things. So I use the same method by increasing the height. And I have to add the extra line here. It's done. Now I have to use the same principle like the flex duct. Okay, so draw the flex duct, click here and connect those things. So my entire system is done. And let me show you the 3D view. Okay, so if you just simply click on the 3D, you can see that 3D model. Okay, I can rotate you, but if you want to look a very close and better view, so let me draw a callout section so you will understand the better version of that. Okay, so click on the callout section and draw this particular thing. Okay. Just double click here. Yeah, just take me some settings change. It will take the realistic view. Okay. Here you can see that. Okay, and if you want to see this thing in 3D model, okay, so simply select and a section. Okay, escape. Let me show you the realistic version here, and I hope you will find out your entire system. Okay. Some of you have some other question like it is actually completely not joined. It is actually complete joint, but this is actually not shown because the graphical issue. Okay, so that's not a big deal, but yeah, it's actually done like that. Okay, so that's how you can simply done your HVAC model in your particular system. And it is actually quite easy and simple if you just simply learn this thing. But yeah, it's actually quite simple. Okay, so that's how we are actually done our mechanical project. And let's go to our some electrical basic projects. Okay, and how you can simply design a circuit or add some lighting. Okay, so for that we are using the electric we are actually using right now the mechanical, so we are using actually the mechanical plans. Okay, so for electrical we are actually going to the electrical discipline here. So for starters I need the lights, so I always use the ceiling plan because my lights are actually placed on the ceiling. Yeah, some lights are actually hang on the wall side, so you can use the floor plan, but I don't want the wall-sided light. I actually needed the ceiling light because the ceiling light is actually pretty much good. Okay, so here again I am in the ceiling plan, and I hope you see that in this particular electrical plan I don't see the mechanical versions here, because Revit is actually separated those things. But yeah, those things are actually placed in this particular building. Okay, actually placed, but yeah, not in my electrical viewing. Okay, so that's actually pretty much better. Okay, so let's see. Let's use this particular corner section and design our lighting scheme, or we can also use this particular section again and again. Okay, so there is no need to use that other section. Okay, so for lighting designing, please simply go to the system tabs here, and in this particular lighting discipline we are going to insert our lighting fixture. So here you can see the lighting fixture here. Simply click on the lighting fixture, and here you will find all the lighting fixture you needed. Okay, if you needed different lighting fixtures, so simply go to the load families here, and you can also simply insert any kind of family you needed in your particular model. Okay, so that's actually quite simple, because Revit has all the various families in its library, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so here let's say I use the 600 into 1200 230 lights. Okay, so I need to see placed on the face. Okay, and you see this is actually my lights here. Okay, so let's place the light, and you can see it is also actually noted the voltage and the volt ampere rating also in there. Okay, so you can see it is actually 230 volt, 96 volt ampere. Okay, if you simply click on the light and go to the edit type, you can see all the electrical data it requires. Okay, so here he placed two lights, and let's place some other lights in this particular building here. Okay, let's place one light here and another light is here. Okay, so two lights are placing there, and also placing some lights in this particular room. Okay, so I placed all the lights here. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to connect this light to a system. That means a electrical panel I needed for my lights. Okay, so how you can simply added your electrical panel? That means you have to power up the light for blinking on, or say light on. Okay, so for that, just simply go to the electrical, and there is the option. It's called the electrical equipment. Click there, and you can see there is a different types of family you can find for particular lighting system. So it's a lighting and appliances panel board. Okay, I actually install the lighting system, so I needed the only lighting the panel. Okay, if I have the other equipment, I also use the other families. Okay, so simply click here. So the 400 ampere is sufficient for me, and I need a room where I can place my electrical panels. Okay, okay, so for that, because my panels are not installed on the ceiling plan, I have to move to my power plan, because the electrical panel is a power equipment. So I have to shift my browser, shift my project in the power plan. So click here, and you see you are now opening your power plan. Now you can simply place your electrical panel whichever room you are needed. So simply click electrical panel here. Let's say 25 ampere is sufficient for me. Okay, and you see this is your actually the electrical panel. Okay, so let's place it here. Let's say I placed two electrical panels here. Okay, okay, So this is my electrical panels actually there. If you just want to see a very better view, let me draw a section view for you. And I hope you see your electrical panel. And there you can also see the duct we are previously working. Okay. So in the section view, actually see the entire thing. Okay. Here is my actually the electrical panel. Okay. Okay. So this is my electrical panel actually there. Now I have to connect this electrical panel to my lights. So how you can do that? By simply select one panel, and there is an option, it's called the panel name. You have to change the panel name at first. Okay. So here is my panel name. So I just write the panel name is LP, that means for my lighting plan underscore 1, and enter. Okay. And let's say this particular panel name is actually LP underscore 2. Okay. I use the two different types of panel for my design. Okay. And now click on the ceiling plan. Okay. Now let's say these 4 lights are go to the LP1 and these 5 lights go to the LP2. So it's very simple actually. Simply select one light, click on the power, go to the panel, click on the LP1. Okay, and your system is actually connected to the LP1. Now if you need to add it other lights, so simply click on the edit circuit, add the equipment you needed to connect to your particular panel, and hit the 4 equipment and click finish. Okay, and if you hit the tab button, you can see your system is actually connected to LP1. Okay, here you can find the panel name, it's actually say the LP1. Okay, and if you similar process, if you just connected to these things on the LP2, click this, click on the power here, change this to LP2, edit, and add your system there, and click on the finish. Okay, it's actually quite simple. And if you just needed the switch for your particular lights, you can also install that from here. Go to the device and you see the lighting switch, click here. Let's say for this room you needed one lighting switch. Okay, so for lighting we also use the ceiling plan, that's not a big deal. Okay, so I can change the switch, like I need only one way switch. There is one way switch. Okay, and here is the light switch symbol actually there. Okay, so I placed another switch here, and say 2 switches for this particular set. Okay, on the escape button. And if you just want to connect your switch to your light, simply click on the switch. You have to at first power the switch. So 230 volt, it's my power voltage, and connect to the panel. Because this lights is actually connected to the LP1, so I have to choose the LP1. Okay, now my switch is actually powered up, and escape, and now I have to click on the switch system. Click on the switch simply. Now select the switch you need it, select it, and simply edit the system, add it, finish. if you hit the tab button, you can see these switches are actually connected to this particular panels. Okay. Same way you can done these things. Okay, just simply click here. You have to at first power up the switch. Okay, then click on the switch, edit system, select the switch, finish. Here. So that's how you actually design your electrical system. So this is actually the one part of the electrical system. And if you want to show the 3D view, the process is actually simple. Just draw a call-out view, double click there, and select all the necessary equipments. Click on the section. You see, now you see that how your total things you can watching right now, that your MEP as well as your electrical plans. So that's why the MEP and electrical things are needed simultaneously, because you see there is one design flaws I have done. Okay, so the light and my air terminal are actually placed on the same place, but yeah, slightly different elevation. So that's not going to happen. We need some different locations. So for that thing, we use the MEP. So we are going to find out previously what is actually done. So that's why the MEP is quite popular in the building designing and the building information modeling sector. So I hope you guys understand how we can simply draw and design our simple model in the MEP software. Okay. Okay. So let me switch on the slide and give you some other information regarding this particular software and other future aspect on the MEP. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there is one thing that this actually enhance your career skill, that the Autodesk certification. So if anyone interested in the certification, so they take the exams and the certification. So it is actually enhance their professional skill. And before you are taking the certification exam, so you must learn the certification courses here. And the certification course is actually divided in the two section. One is actually the Autodesk certified user, and another is called the Autodesk certified professional. So there is actually subsection in the ACP and ACU. One is actually, it's a online based exam, and if someone is taking this exam on this Revit MEP software, so they must have the better exposure on their career perspectives. Like if you are completing this global examination or the global certification, you will get these types of global certification from Autodesk, and also the certification badges. Okay, so you see that these badges are actually just a minute. Actually, the slide is actually turned off. Okay, so for your career perspective, you have the option. If you just learn the MEP software or the Revit software, you have the enhanced career option like the MEP engineer, where you can develop the HVAC system, where you can develop the electrical lighting solution, also the proper sanitization line. Actually, short of the time, I did not show you how the plumbing system is actually work, and also there is data analysis and data scheduling. You can also done. Okay, and also you can as a worker you can also doing your work by as a freelancer, so that's also a greater job opportunity you have if you just completing the any kind of MEP certification or the MEP courses. Okay, so there is one thing that I hope all of you guys are needed to know that if you are going to get the certification after the complete this webinar, yes, all of you guys are who are able to joining till right now are eligible for the webinar official certificates from the Autodesk, and here it is a sample certificate you can see. Okay, and this certificate will actually you can download within the 10 days after the webinar is completed, because it will take some time Autodesk to send the certificates to you. So this is actually the sample certificates here. Okay, so thank you all of you guys and for your cooperation. Okay, and I am now unmute all of you, and one by one if you have any sort of questions, feel free to ask me. Gaurav Mohapatro, I hope you raise your hand. Whatever your question, feel free to talk to me. You can use your microphone as well as the chat section if you have any sort of question. You
Hello,
can
sir.
unmute yourself right now.
Uh, Hello, sir.
Okay, Gaurav, thank you.
Hello, sir. I am audible to you.
Yeah, can you speak your name? Tell me your name.
Sir, my name is Shubhajit Sahu
Yeah,
from
Shubhajit.
Haldia Institute of Technology.
Yeah,
Sir,
Shubhajit.
at the last you mentioned that we will get this certificate from your official teams. Sir, how we will get this certificate through any link or any email address or?
Actually, I hope all of you done the registration process. The
Yeah, sir. Yeah,
website
yeah.
is actually education.authorize.com. Actually, all of you uh, done your work, done your account. Okay, so within
Mm.
10 days, you have the download option. In particular, your
Oh,
account section. Okay, within 10 days.
okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
just please check regularly the particular account, and we will also notified you when the certificate is actually ready. Okay, and
Mm.
you can simply go your account and download your certificate.
Oh, so it
Yeah,
will notified by email or something.
yeah,
So
you
that.
will also notified by the email when the certificate is actually ready. You will also notified by the email. Okay, there is also email is actually pop up in your app.
Sir, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shayok, yeah, there is also option for the duct sizing. Okay, actually, while I am showing you, okay, we actually use the by default that default duct sizing. Okay, but yeah, you can also customize your duct size. It's actually an option. Each and everything in Revit, you can also customize this. Okay. Any question? Others?
Good morning, sir. I have a question.
Introduce yourself at first. What is your name?
Sir, my name is Abhijit and I'm from Technomin Salt Lake.
Sorry. I did not hear you actually.
My name is Abhik Datta and I'm from Technomin Salt Lake.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah. What's
at last At last you told about call out. What is the use of this call out?
It's actually call out is actually we using this call out portion for our different or say particular one section you just want to view in your model. That's why, because in Revit your model is actually huge, okay, pretty much very huge. But if you just draw a call out, you can only particularly select it particularly one section. That's why you use the call out function. Okay, actually it's the whole building, but yeah, we just only viewing the only this particular section here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
I'm Mohini Singh from the Institute of Technology. So, what is the procedure after this webinar for the course ID part?
Yeah, the course ID will be sent to you via email. Whoever joined this webinar till now, I guess the number is actually total. Okay, so we downloaded all of your attendance list from this Microsoft team. Okay, and we will send you the course ID via email. Okay, you will get the course ID via email,
Uh,
and you have to done the step 3 process as described in this WhatsApp group. Okay. And after
so, what
the
if we
yeah,
so what if somehow we get disconnected for 1 or 2 minutes due to bad connection?
no, that's I think not a big deal.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My name is Vishwajit Datta. Basically, I'm a third year mechanical, Techno India University, Salt Lake. My question is that is through BEAM, I can do the equipment schedule for any building.
Yeah.
Sir, how it can be done?
Actually, there is an option. It's called the scheduling. Okay. Just let me go through there. Okay. So let me say that this is actually electrical system. Okay. And if you just want an electrical schedule, just click here. Sorry. Okay, click here, and there is an option. It's called the schedule and quantities. Okay, so like if you just want a panel schedule, click here on the panel schedule. Let's LP1 and LP2. I have the boards panel. Click OK. Okay, and here all the details you are finding here. Okay, the lighting system, the types of wiring, the circuit connectors. Okay, the rating. Okay, what is the demand factor, connected load, all the details you can find via this schedule. Okay, it's a very simple step. Just simply click on the schedule button.
And
Questions?
through this
Yeah.
software, can I do there is a cooling load calculations?
The sorry, the
Cooling load. Suppose in a building there is I want to find the cooling load or heating load, HVAC cooling load.
You can also find out the cooling load as well as the heating load also. Okay, it's actually the similar process. Okay.
And sir, with the help of this Revit,
From schedule and
I can do
quantities or
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I can do that is all my maintenance schedule at the same time, my all the part lists, all the asset list.
Yeah, you can also done the heating and cooling load. What is the heating and cooling result? If your building is a energy efficient building or not, you can also done that.
I'm asking that is I want to do the asset list of the building, asset list, and that is a part list for the maintenance purpose.
Okay.
So with the help of this software, I can do it.
Yeah, sure. You can easily do it. Okay. There is
Thank
also
you.
a entire section for the scheduling. Okay. So it is actually simple.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. I am Harsh. Sir, actually, the network here is unstable. So I just wanted to know that will you be uploading the recording of this session somewhere?
Actually, we are uploading this recording session in our YouTube channel. Okay, so feel free to go there. You can watch this recorded session in this YouTube. Okay.
So what is the name of your channel, sir?
It's the name of the channel is Waveflex Consultancy Services. We will
Okay,
provide you a
thank
link. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We'll provide you the YouTube channel link onto your groups, and you can simply go there and watch our various webinars and the other things. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I am Pritam Chakraborty from Gargi. From where we can get the training of this software, sir?
You can download this software from the Autodesk website.
And then we have to practice.
You can simply go to the Autodesk website and you can simply find the product. You can simply download the Revit software. You can use it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's a free, sir. It's a free or it is a.
Actually, for student, it's a 1-year free version is there. But if you are using for the commercial purposes, it's not free. It's around 1 lakh rupees per year.
Okay, sir. Okay. So I can download. So
this software for educational purpose, yeah, it's completely free actually.
So what is the student version? Can you send the link as if we can download and we can practice?
Yeah, we will provide the link in the group.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Hello,
Good evening.
hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm Jash.
Sir, my name is Devashish Mandal. I am from
Sir?
Techno India University.
Devashish.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, in student version, there are any limitation?
There is not completely limitation, but yeah, there is limitation in the printing plotting process. There is actually lots of watermarks is there. That's what. But yeah, if you are using the student version, you can learn properly, but you cannot use your project as a commercial one. Okay, that's the limitation. You can use this software for fully education purposes, but not the commercial uses.
This one is the major difference between the means commercial and student version.
Yeah, that's the major difference actually. Let's say if you just print this model, actually I'm using the commercial version, so I don't have any watermark. But if you are using this in its education version or say the education license, you will get some watermark, like Autodesk product or Revit MEP product. That's one.
Sir, now can you see? Can you show me the difference between the commercial version and the student version?
Actually, I don't have the student version. I'm actually using the commercial version. Okay, so main difference is actually the for the printing process. Okay,
means just a user interface. I want to see the just user interface.
Okay. So you can see that this is actually the printing preview on this particular section. Okay. So in the student version, it is actually written all over the sites. It's a student version. Okay.
Yeah, fine. Oh.
Okay. But actually, I'm using this commercial version, so it is not written.
Oh.
But if you're using the student version, it is written as a student version.
Fine. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Or also one thing that if you are using the commercial version, there is lots of other extensions are there. Yeah, it will actually help you for better designing and modeling. Okay, like if you want to energy analysis, or say if you want to calculate the sun path or the weather analysis, it is actually done in the commercial version because you have to use some other extension for that, and those extension support are only given to the commercial software, not the education software.
Okay. Means there are some extra facilities.
Yeah. Also because you are paying higher money, and obviously you
Obviously,
get
sir.
the extra
Obviously.
fees.
Yeah, fine. Obviously.
Yeah, any
Everyone
other
expected
questions?
that.
Sir, can I use a crack version instead of education student version?
Why you use the crack version? Because there is some problem if you are using the crack version, because maybe 50 to 60% features are not working sometimes. Okay, not working
Okay.
properly in the crack version. And also, if you are using the crack, you are risking your system to the infect the virus, because whenever you install the crack, you are actually install the virus onto your system. So that might harmful your data as well as your system.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't
And one
recommend.
more question. Sir, one more question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
What is the minimum system requirement for to run the software?
Actually, if you have the SSD on your system, it is run quite smoothly in 4 GB RAM. But if you don't have SSD, or if you have the simple hard disk, maybe 8 GB RAM is better. Processor, any processor you want, i3 or i5 or i7, it's completely fine. But RAM and SSD is suitable for your system. Okay. 8 GB, if 8 GB, it is actually better. If 4 GB, yeah, you can also do your regular work. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
And if you have graphics, so you
Sir,
can use extra feature. Yeah, sure.
So have we need graphics card?
If you are using for rendering purposes, yeah, you need the graphics card. Otherwise, not.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir, can we put the certificate in our CV?
Yeah, sure. You can also put your certificate in this CV.
Sir, where do we get the certificate? Can you?
The website. I guess all of you created the account education.autodesk.com.
Yes, sir. We in
Within 10 days. Within 10 days,
এখন কিন্তু
you
সব
will
মল
be.
বন্ধ।
Sorry.
some other person who told that.
What? I did not get
Some
that.
some other person who told with his family or something. I didn't know.
I also did not get that. Can you please repeat your question?
Sir,
Whoever told.
I just want to know that where we can get the certificates, and I
Yeah,
fulfill all
actually, the
these.
website education.autodesk.com, simply you log in your account, okay, and within 10 days of this particular webinar, you will get your certificate. There is also download option. Yeah, Joyশ্রী, what is your question? You raised your
Sir,
hand.
you said that we can. Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, you said that if you want to put lights on the wall, so sir, can you show that process how to put it, because it's a 2D model, so we can't see that how to put lights on
It's
the wall.
actually simple. Just simply go to the lighting fixture. This option must be checked on the placed on the vertical face. Okay. Let me go to the ceiling plan, or say the floor plan. Okay. Now you can see that light you are using, it's actually placed on the wall. Okay. And let me show you the section of that particular. Here you see the light. I place this light on the wall. Okay, right here. That's how you can simply place this light on wall. Okay. There's also various other light we are getting in Revit. You just need to load those other families. Any other question?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, sure. What's your name?
Sir, my name is Nikhil. I am from HIT.
Yeah.
Sir, I created account on Autodesk from a different email ID, and I filled the Google form through different email ID. So sir, on which email ID will I be getting my certificate on?
Actually, you need to use the same email ID.
So sir, will I have to create another account through the email ID I used to fill the Google form?
Yeah. Actually, use the same email ID. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi, sir. I am Saif Khan
Yeah. Sir.
from Technoment. So let us set CFA tab in Revit.
Sorry.
How to set CFM of air tab? CFM,
Autodesk.
CFM,
Sorry. I don't
air tab.
understand. Your voice is breaking, sir. Can you write it on the chat section?
Sir, sound is not clear, sir.
Yeah. Someone is asking your question. I guess your sound is not clear. Please write on the chat section.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Someone asked me what is the size of the software.
Sir, please told someone that mic off because there is extremely high knowledge. Voice is there, breaking voice. So please tell them to shut off their mic.
Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, who are attending this webinar till the 7 p.m. They are eligible for the certificate.
No, sorry, sir. Can you repeat the last line?
Who are joining this webinar till 7 p.m. They are eligible for the
Someone is talking and I can't hear you the last portion. He's
Okay,
eligible
so
for.
if you facing this problem, like I show you that if there is any obstacle, yeah, you can simply viewing this and you have to change your design. Like you have to move the duct or you have to change the lighting position. Okay, you must have to remember those things. Okay? That's how you can simply check that. Also, there is an option. It's called the interface checking. So by simply click there, you can also check what the light and ducts are actually crashing each other. Any other questions?
Hello. Hello.
If anyone interested in the paid course, simply feel free to visit our website www.webflex.co.in. You will get all the other information along in the course details and other thing.
Hello, sir. My name is Sovik Maiti.
Shovik.
Sir, I am from Dream Institute of Technology.
Okay.
Sir, sir, if I am doing this course, paid course, there was any campusing or something
Campusing or something like if you just crack the global exam,
placement,
like
sir.
I'm show you the ACP exam, the Autodesk Certified Professional exam. Yeah, we'll definitely get a chance. Okay, because it's a global exam, and this exam is actually directly conducted by Autodesk. So if you are completing this exam, you will have a better career opportunity.
There was any ranking system or something that score matter for the
Sorry.
sir, sir, the global exam.
Yeah, it's
I
a actually global exam, and you will also get the global certification from there.
okay, sir. So, but, sir, there was no any placement paid course.
No, actually, we have a strict guideline. So any placement is actually going through only via the global exam. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes, all the power requirement tools and the HVAC designing tools are available in Revit software. Revit is actually known for designing the HVAC tools and all the electrical designing in one single software. Okay, you will have all the other software. Yeah, in the there is actually one sample architectural drawing in the student version software, I guess.
Sir, hello.
Yeah.
One more thing to ask that where we can get our course ID. I mean, I saw that it will send it by the system after the webinar. So,
Yeah, you will send you the course ID via your email ID. So there is no need to worry. Okay. So simply
okay.
find the course ID and put the course ID onto your account, search course. Okay. And you will enroll the course, and after that you will get the certificate. Within 1 day,
Okay.
I guess you will expect the
Hello, sir.
course ID.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
हाँ सर my
After we'll get the email.
Sorry, sorry. I did not hear you clearly.
hello.
Sir, we'll get our Gmail account. Sir,
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Your voice is breaking.
What was
There is
the
some.
advantage or difference between Autodesk and eFlex?
Sorry, it is between Autodesk and. There's some background disturbance. That's why I can't hear you.
So someone father is very much angry with their son.
hello,
Okay, so any other questions on your mind?
yes, sir. Sir, do we need to have any basic software knowledge to learn this?
Sorry, you do you?
Sir, do we need to have any basic designing software knowledge to learn this?
If you just learn take the course, you will not the basic. You will gain the advanced level of software knowledge. If you are just taking any Revit MEP courses. Yeah, in this webinar, if you just rewatch this video again, yeah, you will have the basic knowledge of this particular software.
Right and Eagle. Hello. Hello. So what is the difference between Revit, Eagle, and Fusion 360?
Autodesk, sorry.
What is the difference between Autodesk, Revit, Fusion, and 360, Fusion 360, and Eagle?
Okay, so Revit is actually the BIM software where you can simply design the entire building information modeling design like the HVAC, the lighting system, and the Fusion is actually the CAM software. It's the computer-aided manufacturing software where you can simply design any kind of computer-aided manufacturing equipments like the any gearbox or the cutting machine or the CNC machine programming there. And in Eagle software, you can simply design the PCB, the printing circuit board you're used in mobile phone, in your mobile, the PCB. So that's the main three different software for the three different types of work. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, behind of using ePlan and Autodesk, what was the advantage of using Autodesk?
Autodesk is actually company, and there is very different software like the Revit, AutoCAD, those things. So which software you are needed?
I'm using Autodesk for electrical drawing.
AutoCAD, not Autodesk. It's actually a AutoCAD. Okay, so
Yes.
AutoCAD electrical is basically designed for the electrical schematic diagram, the electrical panel designing, etc.
Okay.
Any other questions? We have 4 minutes left, so if you have any other question, feel free to ask.
Sir, from where we will get our course ID?
Within 1 or 2 days via mail.
Okay.
Sir, can you say the purpose of using BIM?
Actually, the main purpose of using BIM, it is actually collaborate all the different departments like the architectural department, the structural department, the mechanical, electrical, and with all the collaboration in a BIM, you have to done your work very fast and easily and reliable because you have to communicate with each and other department simultaneously. If one department facing a problem through another department, they can resolve. So that's why all the major construction right now are actually using the beam concept.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, can I use any AutoCAD model, building model in this software?
You can use AutoCAD.
Building model.
You can use AutoCAD. I did not get your question actually.
Sir, just can I use the we can use the AutoCAD software for the building purpose, and then for the electronics and other accessories for that. Can we use this software?
Yeah, you can use the actually AutoCAD is actually used for the 2D design purpose or the 2D drafting purposes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Subhajit from HIT. Sir, in this scenario, sir, AutoCAD is sufficient for the say, industrial purpose that sir. There is AutoCAD, SolidWorks, NCX, or CATIA, etc. is there. Sir, AutoCAD is enough for this current scenario. Being a mechanical guy,
No,
this
actually,
that's
there
all.
is one thing that if you are just talking, if you're asking me this question 10 years earlier, yeah, I would feel free to say to you that Autodesk, Autodesk, sorry, AutoCAD is sufficient for you. But right now the competition is higher. It is
Yes, sir.
actually require
That's it. The point.
one candidate they need to learn multiple software. They learn Like for mechanical, if you learn the SolidWorks or the Inventor software along with the Revit MEP, yeah, it will actually definitely boost up your career in a very different way. Okay. So AutoCAD, yeah, AutoCAD is actually fine because AutoCAD is actually the base of all this software. But you have to learn the advanced portions. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And so from the previous question, also we can't do the. I mean, if we draw any, want to draw any design, I mean the mechanism of a machine, then AutoCAD can't do it.
Yeah, actually, in 2D, yeah. Yeah, also 3D, but yeah, it's quite difficult, you know.
Yes, sir, because we can't move links. If we take any links or joints to in AutoCAD, we can't move it, or or we don't do any animation in that.
In AutoCAD, no. In there is no portion in of animation in AutoCAD. Okay.
Yes, sir, but
Animation
in
purposes, we use the different software. In SolidWorks, we use the
SolidWorks.
animation. In
Yes, sir.
Fusion 360, you can use the animation. Okay, but no, not AutoCAD. Yeah, you can draw the 3D, but not.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all of you. Okay, and stay safe, stay home. Okay, and hope we guys see each other in the next time. Okay, thank you for being with us, and it's a lovely time talking with you. So thank you everyone, and all of
Thank
you,
you,
you
sir.
can simply leave the meeting now. Okay, and if you have
Thank you,
any
sir.
other questions or any
Thank
other
you, sir.
queries, feel free to
Thank you,
contact us
sir.
on WhatsApp or email or via website. Okay, we all the other contact details are provided in the our official website. So if you have any other queries or anything, feel free to ask via them. Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay, sir.